Okay. Lots of text coming through about Sam Kerr, so let's get into this. Here's the bullet points. The court case. Now, most of this comes from The Guardian. In a six-day trial, Brian, the court found Sam Kerr was found not guilty of aggravated harassment. Prosecutors initially thought that this insult had caused no harm, alarm or distress and refused to take the case to trial. But one officer, 11 months later, made a statement that he had been. What do you make of the Sam Kerr incident, Brian?
I just think when alcohol's involved, everyone's sort of decision-making goes out the window.
Yeah.
I don't think she was racist.
No.
I think she might have been a little bit belligerent, but who hasn't been on the drink?
No.
And the fact that her story added up, because they were saying that there was no record of her calling the police.
Yep.
She said, I tried to call the police because they thought they were getting kidnapped. Hence why her partner kicked the window out.
Yep.
But what had happened was she got onto 911 or 000, whatever they call it over there. What's your thing, Turi?
What's the call line in England?
Oh, 999.
999. So she rang 999. What had happened was it couldn't go through. They rang her back, but she was in the police station, so it didn't go through.
Oh, right.
So that aimed up.
Yep.
That lined up. And I just think the other thing was she was just blind. And as we know, when you get drunk, can get a bit frustrating with other people. So I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, Kelly Slater. He's a non-drinker, Kelly, isn't he?
He might be. I've seen him drink.
Yeah, I think these days. And they said, "Well, why?" And he said, "Name me one person who's better for doing it."
Yeah.
You know, it's but that's what's happened. So anyway, that's what's happened. It's not the biggest story in the world. I mean, what she's done, okay, but she has brought the game of soccer into disrepute. Now, what's the right thing to do, Brian? Can she keep the captaincy?
I would say probably not.
Yeah.
I would probably say they'll stand her down. I think she's got a little bit of form in that regard too.
Yep.
Remember she got into trouble during the World Cup year when she just stormed past kids?
Yep.
Remember that? There was footage of her not signing autographs but which is not. I mean, she might have been zoned in for the day. I don't know. But I think being out injured on the drink, that's enough to lose the captaincy, isn't it?
For those who don't know the whole story, you probably do, but this is the bullet points here. January 2023, Sam Kerr and a partner, Christy Mewis, they were in a cab in London after a night out. Kerr felt sick, opened a window and vomited out the window. They refused to pay for the clean-up. Mewis said she tried everything to get out before she kicked in and broke a window. So because of this had happened, they kind of felt like they were being kidnapped. Or that's sort of
I thought that was a bit of a furphy. I thought she might have just thrown that out. But then when in the court documents it said, there was a call to 999.
Yes.
Brooksy's arms are folded. He's ready to go. Go, Brooks.
It's an interesting one because I sort of put this in here because I was in public today, 2 different places, and people were talking about it. And it happened a year ago.
Yeah.
And you can totally see the situation from all parties because you think of the Ubers and cabs that are dealing with people late at night, and that's their choice to take that on. But there's a lot of people doing stuff to their property.
Yes.
And you can see where this has escalated because the cab driver, the Uber driver, has wanted her to pay for this and the situation with the window. And we've seen this with our friends and other people that this tends to happen and there's aggression immediately happens. And this is what it is. Because there's alcohol, it's late at night, there's frustration, there's so many emotions. This happens.
Happens every day. How would Dale handle it? How would Dale handle this?
Well, Dale would not say this. You're sick. You're literally a white privileged man. You guys are stupid and white. You are effing stupid and white.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, Dale wouldn't do that.
That's not great. She didn't read the room there.
No.
But is that because of the alcohol and her frustration?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, but the courts have ruled.
Just on the, is it racist?
No.
No. But what was the point of saying white? The intention. If somebody called me that, right, I wouldn't at all be offended by that.
No, again, she came out, or the courts, and she explained it as saying, because you're white and I'm a person of colour, you don't understand what I'm going through.
Okay.
That was this that was what she was saying.
Okay. 1300 01 1170. The floor is yours. Let's go to Ben from Newcastle. G'day, Benny.
Hey boys, how are you?
Good,
Going
Ben.
good, Benny.
I find I can't cop this Sam Kerr business. She just then, like she said, they're stupid and white, but she still rang them when she needed them.
Yeah.
Like, so she suggests that she's getting kidnapped, and so she thinks, oh, what do? I'll call the cops, and then she goes to the station, and then she abuses them because she's pissed, and like Fletch said, people get belligerent and whatever. But she has got a profile, and you can't say she didn't know she had a profile because she was talking about the Chelsea lawyers and whatever else. Then she goes and absolutely A-grades it and shows them her balance. Like, who does that? If someone did that in the pub, that's a failure of a pub test.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
She's an
no
absolute
doubt. No
She's
doubt.
She's just smeared. She smeared football. All things aside, she smeared her own image and what she's really like on the piss. Because I know what I'm like on the drink. My wife says I'm annoying.
Yep.
And I know that. But she's just absolutely ruined it for all young girls. Like, even my daughter saw it and questioned it, that behaviour. So I just think she's out of line.
Yeah.
Do you feel, Ben, that she should lose the captaincy?
Would you, Fletch, you've got girls. Would you like your girls to look up to someone like that?
No, exactly.
Is that
not
the
that, but
idea of a
no.
leader?
No.
Do they do the right? Do they do the right thing?
I wouldn't like them looking up to a person acting like that. But
Me neither.
to
No
be
way.
honest, when she's on the pitch, she helps our national team no end. We've seen when she's not there,
Yeah.
we are a totally
Well,
different
maybe
team.
she needs a little reminder that she needs a little reminder that it's only a sport.
Yeah.
And it's more than that. It's about, you look at Mary Fowler. Look at all those sponsors she's picked up recently, and that's because of her good image.
Yep.
Nothing bad comes of her.
Agreed.
She does the right thing. I bet you she gets on the piss and doesn't carry on like a twit.
Yeah, okay. Good on you, Benny.
It's got a chip on the shoulder.
Appreciate the call, Benny. And she said this, while I apologise for expressing myself poorly on what was a traumatic evening, I've always maintained that I did not intend to insult or harm anyone, and I am thankful that the jury unanimously agreed. 1300 01 1170. Board is firing. Let's go to Panther Pete. Panther, hello.
Pete.
You there, Pete?
Papa Pete's gone.
Nah,
Good
Petey's gone.
afternoon,
Oh, there he
gentlemen.
is. Hello, mate.
No, got you back. Good afternoon, guys. I think the problem we got here is the gulf between the pylon gap when it's a Spencer Luai episode in Las Vegas last year and this particular incident. And that's the gap we've got. Because any guy these days in our sport who even verges anywhere near a racist comment, is rubbed out for 8 weeks and gets piled on for God knows how long. So she hasn't done anything over the top, but it's all this silence because A, she's female, and B, it's white, not the opposite word. And that's the problem we got with this, because we've set the bench so high when a male athlete, God forbid, makes a racist comment in any way, shape or form.
Oh, I think there has been a pile-on. Well, there's certainly been a pile-on for Sam, but appreciate your call, Pete. 1300 01 1170 is a way to have your say. It is the run home with Joel and Fletch. Phone line has melted down on this Sam Kerr topic. Everyone wanting to have their say. Jake's loving it too, Brian. What did Jake have to say?
Jake's going, boring. Let's get back to some porking stories or the prawn toasted hawks. Jake, I don't mind that.
Good on you, Jakey.
We'll run through a few of these, and then we'll get into the porking and prawn toast.
We'll tie a bow in this. Let's get through these calls. We'll tie a bow on the Sam Kerr story. Let's start with Christy from Appin. G'day, Christy.
Hey, good afternoon, gents. How you going?
Going good, Christy.
That's good. I just really am astounded by, I guess, the Daily Mail articles and whatever else of the fragile white male ego that has just gone on such a massive offensive. It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you use the same yardstick to measure, let's say, Ezra Mam's incident, why aren't we calling for him to get the death penalty?
Yeah, when you put it like that, and I mean, we still, Joel and I still can't believe he only got 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But this is more, I think, the profile of Sam being worldwide. That's why
that's what it is.
That's why it's interesting.
But I mean, and Brooksy said this off air. Why did it go to the courts?
Well, apparently, you read it. It says it was all fine. The prosecution said, "Nah, we don't have enough evidence," and then this copper wanted to push it. So he was obviously upset by it and and we don't know the full details of what she went into. We've only got a snippet of maybe she went to town on him. Maybe she said his mother wears army boots.
Do you think, Christy, if it was not Sam Kerr and it was just some other young lady, would it have gone to court?
No way.
No way. No.
Look,
No,
there's no way in the world. Could you imagine that guy laughing as a cop in Mount Druitt? Like, you're kidding yourself, Sunshine. If you were going to be offended by calling stupid and white, good luck, buddy. Like, you won't get the job here.
Hey, Christy, thank you, mate. Appreciate the call. Out of beautiful Appin out there. Dazzler the Dragon from Lake Macquarie. G'day, Dazzler.
How you going, boys?
What's happening, Daz?
Mate, just bringing up about the Sam Kerr thing. In one way, I agree with Christy that, maybe the bloke's seen an urn in it. But, look, bird on the other foot, guys. How would that have played out? If it had been Matt Lodge in the back of a cab, calling like a black PC what he did, or what Sam did, I think it'd be a massive pile-on. And I think she lost the public when she played the gender and the race card.
Yeah, and the fact she was arrogant putting up her bank account, that was that's quite offensive if you're, being talked down to. But, we've all done it. When you get on the drink and you've had arguments with people, you don't think clearly.
No. Thanks, Daz. Let's go to Scotty from West Chermside.
G'day, boys. How are you?
Good, Scott.
Just a couple of things. Just because she's high profile, that is one of the reasons that she's been charged or went to court, is because she's a great soccer player. It doesn't mean that she's a genius either. Number two, she said, what she called the bloke? She called him white and stupid. Well, yeah, he's white. To press charges 12 months later, he's also stupid. It's something. It's also, to me, something I find that I could care less about. I mean, it's just such a massive non-story. It's not a racist comment. Okay, she's played up on the drink, and I agree with Fletch. That's everybody. Then someone wants to say we want to take it puts the game into disrepute. That's bullshit. What is disrepute? That is someone's view. That's not my view.
No, I disagree on that, Scotty. It has put the game in disrepute, hasn't it, Brian? And if it hasn't,
well, she's employed by, Soccer Australia. What do you call it? The Football Association. So Football Australia, sorry. That she has put in disrepute because 1, she was injured. Yeah. 2, she's on the drink. 3, she's caused damage. Yep. 4, she's been arrested.
Yeah.
So you unfortunately can't put yourselves in those situations.
Thanks, Scotty. We've got to squeeze one more quick one in from the Reptile. Reppy, hello, mate.
G'day, Shaggers. How are you?
G'day, Shagger. What's happening?
Mate, Sam Kerr, biggest beat I've ever seen. The police over there have stuffed this up from the beginning. Apparently the Uber driver called them and said, what do I do? And they said, lock your windows and doors and drive them over here. And apparently that's grossly wrong. Some high court guy come out and said, judge said that, they shouldn't have never said that. And they had it on recording. They did that. And the police officer saying he felt intimidated and threatened. Mate, if you felt intimidated by threatened by that, we've seen the footage, you probably need to hand your badge over and start working in a library.
Well, I've got to say, and everyone's wired differently, right? So, but I wouldn't be concerned. If somebody was clearly inebriated and had those words that Sam had to say to me, it's not going to bother me one iota.
No, but you're not a copper who cops it every day.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Sometimes coppers, they can just snap.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Reppy. We've got to get a break, mate. Plenty more still to come. That hour one is almost done. It's flying. Boz is going to join us a little bit later on. Dean from NRL Roast, the Roasty, is going to talk about the top 100 hottest men in rugby league, with the quiz coming up a little bit later on as well. The run home with Joel and Fletch. Are we done with Sam Kerr now, Brian?
Yeah, I think we've got to, as you said, put a ribbon through it. Oh, hang on. Tourist wants to say something. Tourist. Holy hell. What? You can't say that.
Tourist.
Come on, mate.
What, you're still here? Well, you can see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio, you beautiful humans.